What better way to celebrate a legend on its 20th anniversary than to cement the date with an amazing statue of our beloved Chief. This, you bunch of sexy Spartans, is the Halo 2 Master Chief 20th anniversary statue by Dark Horse. This was announced back in April and was limited to a measly 1,000 units, which sold out within 24 hours. And for good reason. For many fans, Halo 2 is still regarded as the mightiest of Halo games, so it comes as absolutely no surprise that a limited statue wouldn't hang around for long. But due to the completely unnecessary limited nature, it meant that many dedicated fans sadly missed out on owning it. It was limited to 2 per customer, but when it comes to something like this, it should really just be limited to 1. Nobody deserves 2. This statue cost me £175 excluding shipping, or $220 if you're in the US. It is made from a poly resin and it is 8.5 inches tall and 11 by 8 inches wide. The statue itself depicts the beautiful art by Craig Mullins of Chief sliding down the exploding ship whilst firing his battle rifle. The cover of Halo 2 is of course the most famous depiction of Chief with his dual SMGs, but I am so pleased that they went against the grain of this statue and gave us something completely different that is just as synonymous to the game for me. And to round out how awesome this statue is, it comes with a light up feature that really showcases the intense inferno of the obliterating ship, but we'll look at that a little later on. Of course, a premium statue like this starts with one hell of a sexy ass box. The front showcases the stunning art by Craig Mullins in all of its glory. Then all over the box is a simple sleek black with a Forerunner pattern woven into it. It stays very clean throughout with only the Halo logo on the top and the back. The box is just really simple and I absolutely love it. Inside you get a basic card certificate. If you manage to get 117, be sure to call it out. The statue itself comes in 2 parts with Chief himself and then the base. Both are ridiculously light. I was expecting a bit of heft to them, but the base is likely hollow to maximise the light up effect. Chief is also super easy to attach as he comes pegged in the arse and he just slips right in there. But once he's in place it's a pretty snug fit. However, there are some gaps in his feet so they don't fully touch the base, but he's also got some serious hand hover over here, like he's hugging some big titted goth girl. But once it is all set up, the first thing that I noticed is that it's just smaller than I was expecting. Like, don't get me wrong, I knew the dimensions when I was ordering it, so the criticism is entirely on me, but I think I was fully suffering from big dick syndrome and expected it to be much larger than it was, and not just small to average at best. So my real question here is, why isn't it bigger? So my point here isn't really a comment of cost or value. If they made it bigger, I'd expect to pay more as well. I just think if you're making a limited 1,000 unit statue, why hold back? But maybe it's to keep it in rough scale with the rest of the Dark Horse statues out there. But let me know what you think about the size in the comments. But anytime that we receive a statue of the Mark 6, it's always a beautiful time. And it's recreated here in spectacular detail. Many would say that this is a pinnacle of Chief designs and I can't blame them. There's a decent amount of grime and silver dry brushing applied throughout. There's always them who want more grime and dirt, but I don't think it's always necessary to display detail or realism, but that's really going to be completely down to preference. The battle rifle is also another key area of this statue, and for the most part it looks pretty good. All the detail is captured nicely, but my biggest critiques with it is that it's missing the goddamn ammo counter. Honestly, that is a right shame. Considering that Dark Horse's previous assault rifles managed to have it, and those statues are a fraction of the price paid here, so why does the battle rifle have to be done dirty like that? And secondly, the scope is sitting just a little bit low and it forms directly into the rest of the rifle. It should sit a little bit higher with a gap just below the sight. I'm guessing this might be due to the process of casting poly resin, but if it causes limitations like this, you know, why use it? Chief's visor has a standard simple metallic paint applied to it, but I didn't really expect anything else. On the art it is super reflective, or at least it is to me, so they could have gone that route, but I think what we've got here does the job really well. Overall, the sculpting and the paint applied to Chief is top notch. He looks fantastic as the main attraction to this piece, but from some angles he does look like he's getting up from a bad fall, but I think that the work that they've done here in bringing a 2D piece into the 3D realm is great. When they were sculpting a base, I guess it was really up for interpretation, as it's not overly detailed or shown in the original art. The detail all over this thing's really well done. This ship has a good amount of wash applied to it to bring out that destroyed and grimy feel. There's copper pipes bent and twisted throughout to really add to the inner workings. The bottom of the base is a hexagonal lump of metal, and it does a really nice job in tying the whole thing together, but I'm not sure if I would have preferred more bent and broken ship as the base, or just ending with the explosion. Then underneath we get boring company info with the edition number. The explosion itself really makes the bulk of the base. They've done a pretty decent job in giving it an exploding and smoky effect. The base of the resin is yellow with oranges and blacks added in, with a dusty white washed all over, and it really sells the illusion. But what really brings this thing to life is that light up feature. The already impressive statue becomes a fierce and engulfing ball of necessary hell. This right here is what gives this thing purpose. Continuing the glow to the flash of the battle rifle is just epic. I love that it is whiter and more yellow to separate it from the burning orange of the base. If you were in love with this statue beforehand, this feature cranks it up to 11. I'm absolutely overjoyed to be adding this piece into my collection, and even with the size of it that I critiqued earlier, that's really just a small nitpick from me. As when you turn on that light up feature, any issues that I have suddenly disappear, and I'm reminded at how epic this thing is and how awesome Halo 2 has been throughout the years. The only thing that will continue to puzzle me is why it had to be so limited. If it was made from normal PVC plastics like the other statues, or even limited the light up feature to special editions only, then I'm sure they could have bolstered the numbers up a little. But on the flip side, I get why certain things have limited releases. Like, I'm fine with the Legendary Skull having only 500, as they also released a smaller, cheaper one as well. But we're celebrating Halo 2 here, and tons of fans would love to join in on that celebration. I should be receiving the Dark Horse Buck statue any day now, and that's another limited release of only 2,000 units. So Dark Horse have really been ramping up on the limited releases and blocking fans out of owning some really cool merch this year. But otherwise, putting all that aside, I absolutely love this thing. The details look great and the light up features really sick. I don't have any power supplies near my collection, but this has got me considering bringing an extension cable over, but so I can have it lit up from time to time. But what about you? Did you manage to pick this thing up, or did you miss out? Or was it just not your thing? Either way, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for news and reviews on all the latest and greatest Halo gear. Catch you next time, you sexy Spartans. Peace out.